Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. I'm here. My name is Melissa Faith Ramirez. I'm an intuitive empath and a transformative coach. I guide folks on their journey to self. And I have now finally began my YouTube channel where this will be a space where we'll be talking about everything from self-love to transformation to manifestation to spirituality to just mastering oneself. So I thank you for being here, and I wanted to celebrate the fact that I'm finally here. It's been a long journey for me to actually start this YouTube channel. So I'm really excited to do number one. So here we go. What is a spiritual awakening? Some people may call it spiritual awakening. Some people may call it awakening to consciousness. It doesn't really matter what we call it. It's really more about understanding that it's a process of us remembering who we actually are. Spiritual journey, the awakening to consciousness, is us waking up to the realization that we're not just this meat suit. We're more. We're limitless. We're vast. We're love. And along the way, throughout the many years of our existence in this civilization, it's kind of been poo-pooed for us to know and own our limitlessness and know and own who we actually are, the power of who we actually are. And a lot of that has been through the conditioning that we've been living through. A lot of that has been through the limited beliefs that we have created along our journey, whether it's in this body or in a past body, past existence. And those limited beliefs could be something as traumatic as a rape or a violent physical altercation. Or it could be something as simple as your ice cream fell and you were trying to get dad's attention and dad just wasn't present at that particular moment. Right? Because we as children, especially in the years of 0 to 7, we create whatever reality is actually in front of us without understanding the depth of what's actually in front of us, right? So parents, they do the best they possibly can, but just as we are imperfect, parents are also imperfect, right? Parents are also conditioned, and parents also have their limiting beliefs. If they haven't done the work on themselves, and it's more common for us to have not done the work on ourselves until now. Now we're in a space where we're actually waking up to that necessity of understanding who we are and remembering the power that lives within us. So the journey of spiritual awakening, awakening to consciousness, can really be a hard one, right? And really be perhaps one of the most difficult things that you're allowing yourself to go through. Because there's going to be so much resistance, right? So much resistance to actually finding out who we truly are, because we've been so conditioned to not do that. And you can see it. You can see it in our media. You can see it in our films, our movies, the entertainment that exists on the screen. You could see it in the organized religions that exist, right? I call religion spirituality with ego, right? Religion headed by man. Man has ego. Why do we need an intermediary between ourselves and whatever higher power we believe in, whether it's the universe or God or Allah or Buddha? Or the unicorn that you believe is your higher self, is your higher power. It doesn't really matter. It's just a label. It's just words. They're insignificant, right? Because this is all just the reality that we're creating, right? And through the spiritual awakening, through our awakening to consciousness, we learn to understand that we can actually master and create our reality. Because before the awakening, life is just happening at us. We're not consciously creating. We may have moments where we're like, oh my God, I just manifested this, or life is really going in flow. But if we haven't really done the inner work, then those cycles continue to pop up, right? Those vicious cycles that keep us stuck, that keep us in victim mode, that keep us not really giving ourselves permission to love the wholeness of us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the shadow, as we talk, as we say in this line of work, right? That we don't embrace the totality of who we are, that we don't embrace the wholeness of who we are. Because it's not until we embrace the wholeness and we integrate the dark that we shun from for all of our lives until the awakening. It's not until we actually integrate that darkness can we really learn to become whole, right? So why am I here? Why am I finally creating a YouTube channel and having this conversation? I've done this work for about 2 years now. I do this work with private clients, in different parts of the world. And I do this work because I found it to be my purpose. I walked my own journey and continue to walk it, right? And awakening keeps going. It's not like, oh, you reached a goal and now you're awakened. No, as long as we're in this physical body, we're always going to be going on this journey. It just gets a little bit easier as we integrate the shadow, as we see the things that we've been running away from, as we accept who we fully are, as we are, instead of creating these unrealistic expectations of what we want to become, right? You can create and become whoever it is that you want to, right? But there's also a beauty in embracing just exactly who we are in this present moment, all the imperfectness of who we are. So I've walked my own journey for quite some time, and I realized that I'm actually here to now guide others on their own awakening to consciousness, for their own spiritual journey. And as an intuitive empath, I intuitively sit with clients and hear their higher power speak through me. And I deliver messages, or I hold space for you so you can come to those messages on your own. So the crux, right, of the work is to really help folks learn how to trust themselves, trust the inner divine wisdom that lives within themselves, trust that inner guidance, that intuitiveness that exists within themselves. I'm not any more special than anybody else. I've just done the work sooner than a lot of other folks have done. And because I've done the work sooner, I'm now able to hold space for others to do the work. And what's even more beautiful about it is that the more I do this work, the more I'm also leveling up. So it's a beautiful exchange of energy that occurs when my clients walk with me on this journey, or no, when I walk with my clients on this journey. So I did it. I did my first video. My armpits are sweating right now. TMI. But I wanted to say thank you for coming to my channel and holding space for me to be able to kick off this great opportunity to speak my authenticity, to speak my raw truth in order to help others tap in to theirs. So thank you very much. My name is Melissa Faith Ramirez. I'm so very much looking forward to walking this journey with you on this new YouTube channel, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.